All right, how's it going? Come on, let me hear you. All right. It's an honor to be playing here. It's a true pleasure to be playing here, and hope I don't screw up too bad.
You won't.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. That's my fan club here right now. It doesn't matter why I was there. Will the air stay raw and the sheets stink? It doesn't matter where I was hooked up to this thing that buzzed and beeped every time my heart leaped, like a man whose faith tells him God's hands are big enough to catch an airplane or a world. It doesn't matter that I was curled up like a fist protesting death. Their breath was either hard labor or hard time, or it was always either too hot or too cold. It doesn't matter because my hospital roommate wore Star Wars pajamas. And he's 9 years old. His name is Lewis. I don't have to ask what he's got. The bald head with the skin and bone frame speaks volumes. The Game Boy and the feather pillow balloon like trying to make him feel at home, because he's going to be here a while. I manage to smile the first time I see him, and it feels like the biggest lie I've ever told. So I hold my breath, because I'm thinking now any minute he's going to call me on it. I hold my breath because I'm scared of a 57-pound boy hooked up to a machine. Because he's been watching me, and maybe I got him pegged all wrong, like maybe he's bionic or some shit. So I look away. I look away like I just made eye contact with a gang member who's got a rap sheet the length of a lecture on dumb mistakes politicians have made. I look away like he's giving my life back. The moment I got something to trade, I damn near pull up my pack and say, cigarette. But my fear subsides the moment I realize that Lewis is all show and tell. It's got everything from a shotgun shell to a crow's foot, and you can put them all in context, like, see, this is from a shooting range, and see, this is from a weird girl. I watch his hands curl around a cufflink and a tie tack, and I realize that every knick-knack is a treasure, and every treasure's got a story, and every time I can't handle another one, he hits me with another story. Like, see, this is from my brother, see, this is from my father, see, this is from that weird girl, see, this is from my mother. It took me about 2 days to realize that that weird girl is his sister. It took me 2 hours of the day after she left to realize he missed her. They visit every day and stay well past visiting hours because for them that term doesn't apply. But when they do leave, Lewis and I are left alone. And he said the worst part about being sick is you get all the free ice cream you asked for. And the worst part about that is realizing there's nothing more that they can do for you. He says ice cream can't make everything okay. And there's no easy way of asking. It's hard to know what he's going to say, but maybe he just needs to say it anyway, so I ask him, are you scared? Lewis doesn't even lower his voice when he says, fuck yeah. Now listen to a 9-year-old boy say the word fuck like he's a 30-year-old man with a nosebleed being lowered into a shark tank. He's got a right to it. And if it takes this kid a curse word to help him get through it, then I want to teach him to swear like the devil's sitting there taking notes with the pen and a pad. But before I can forget that Lewis is 9 years old, he says, please don't tell my dad. He asked me if I believe in angels. And before I realize I don't have the heart to tell him, I tell him, not lately. And I just lay there waiting for him to hate me. But he doesn't know how, so he never does. Lewis loves like a man who was around, who lived in the time before God gave religion to man and left it up to him to figure out what hate was. He never greets me with silence. He smiles and has patience in someone who knows they're dying. And I'm trying so hard not to remind him that I'll be out here in a few days taking my life for granted. I've been with him for 5 days, and all I really know is Lewis loves to pull feathers from his pillow and watch him float to the ground, as if the philosopher inside the scientist ready to say it's gravity that's been getting us down. But the truth is, there's not enough miracles to go around, kid. There's too many people petitioning God for the winning lotto ticket, and for every answered prayer, there's a cricket with arthritis. And Lewis, the only reason we can't find answers is because the search party didn't invite us. And Lewis, right now the crickets have arthritis, so there's no music in the world, no symphony of nature swelling crescendos as inhaled in melodies keep rhythm away a heart's beat. So we must meet silence with the same level of noise that the parents of dying 9-year-old boys take when they take liberty in talking with heaven. We must shout until we shatter in our own vibrations. Then our lives go echo and grow, distant. Grow distant enough to realize that as far as our efforts go, we don't always get a reply. But I swear to wherever God I can find in the time I got left, I'm going to remember you, kid. I'm going to tell you a story as often as every story you told me. And every time I tell it, I'll say, see, there's bravery in this world. There's 6.5 billion people curled up like this protesting death, but every breath we breathe has to be given back. A 9-year-old boy taught me that. So hold your breath. The same way you'd hold a pen when writing thank you letters on your skin to every tree that gave you that breath to hold. And let it go. As if you understand something about getting old and having to give it back. Let it go like a laugh attack in the middle of really good sex. The black eye will be worth it. Because what is your night worth without a story to tell? And why wield a word like worth if you've got nothing to sell? People drop pennies down wishing well as if the cost of desire is without a thought. But if you've got expectations, expect others to buy your same dream for the price of a hard work, hanging, hold on mentality. Like accepting challenge, so challenge me. Like I brought a knife to this gunfight the other night, I mugged a mountain, so bring that shit about practice. Lewis and I cracked this world open, found the pride inside, because we never lied to ourselves, never told ourselves it would be easy or undemanding, so we sing in our own vibrations and dare angels to eavesdrop, to pluck feathers from your wings, right demand that God's hand take the time to catch you. So that even if God doesn't, it wasn't like we didn't try. Now, I don't often believe in angels, but on the day I left, Lewis pulled a feather from his pillow and said, "This is for you." I half expected him to say, "See, this is the first one I grew." And if anybody cares, I'm playing at Frog Pond come March 26th, I believe? I don't know. 7 o'clock, it's an awesome show. There's always great music there. Come as you are, it's awesome. I've got a fan club on Facebook already. I hate to brag, but...
Remember they said don't be an asshole, Trent?
I just had something funny. I was just thinking about my uncle right now. He's been sober for 33 years, right? He's so dry, he's a fire hazard. Terrible joke, I know. All right, I got one more for you guys. You ready?
Slow down.
This is my voice. There are many like it, but this one is mine. And it's a fine line when you're trying to find the finer points of politics. Politics being the Latin word, poly meaning many, ticks being blood-sucking bumps. But too many live in countries where it's bullets instead of ballots, where gavels fall like mallets while held in the hands of those whose judgment is bought as easily as children taught to covet. And the only ones willing to speak up are forced to live so far beneath the radar that the underground is considered above it. This is the Ho Chi Minhs, the Michael Collins, the Marquis de Sade, the Reed of God, and this is my voice. There are many like it, but this one is mine. And this time it's for the sons and daughters who watch mothers and fathers drown in shallow water while panning for the American dream, this little creek called the mainstream. This is the homeless people sleeping on steam vents, making makeshift tents out of old cardboard and trash, trying to catch 40 weeks in between crash car wrecks, risking their necks by surviving another day so fans can carve their body into hearts into a corpse before the heart stops beating. So men at a board meeting can make it hard for them to get welfare, health care. It's no wonder some of them pawn off their own wheelchair. And every time I walk by, I can't help but feel it fault, like maybe I didn't search myself hard enough to control all S so I could save the world. Or at least this little girl, curled up her ball, I spent most of my life throwing compassion back because it was a fish that was too small. I got to cash in my reality checks, dropping some spare fantasies. She got 3 separate degrees from different universities, but the most important lesson I learned was to leave people when they say please. This is my voice. There are many like it, but this one's mine, and don't tell me there are no heroes. This is for them, the women and the men. For Helen Keller, who against all odds found a voice. This was the choice Veronica Guerin made. This is for This is for everything that Malcolm. This is for Martin Luther King, who stayed long enough just to share a dream with us. And this is the day on the bus. This is for that day on the bus with Sister Rosa Parks. This is for the Joan of Arc who believed even in sparks becoming flames, the political game that Louis Ralph refused to play. This is for the day the Dalai Lama finally goes home. For Dr. Jeffrey Wygant, who alone stared down big tobacco. For Nelson Mandela, who continues to go the extra mile. This is for the trial that finally found a man guilty of shooting Medgar Evers dead. This is for everything that Malcolm X said. Remember athletes who left the Olympics double-fisted. This is for Arthur Miller, who got blacklisted for calling a witch hunt what it was. For Galileo, locked up because it said the sun would drown. For the 2 Live Crew, found a sound that got the band in USA. And imagine if we could still hear Dimebag Darrell Abbott play. This is for the someone who stood up today and said no. Yeah. There's someone who said no, like Edmund R. Monroe, who shut down McCarthy. Salman Rushdie, Mahatma Gandhi, you, me, this city, this country. We will always have a choice. When you stand up and you count it, you tell the world, this is my voice. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Thank you guys very much. It's been awesome.